Foolio's killers really can't catch a break. The new developments in their case have them wishing that they never murked Foolio because not only is the prosecution seeking the death sentence, it seems that there is a rat among them, and the proof has gone viral. And it was obvious from the start who was going to sell them out.
The girl isn't waiving her right to a speedy trial, and they believe she's gonna cooperate.
Once you piece the proof together, there's no doubting who the snitch among the killers is. And trust me, it will shock you too. Let me put you on game. Death sentence for Foolio's killers. Foolio's case has the whole drill scene glued to the news. And now the new information coming out of the case is wild. Everyone knew that taking a girl on drill was crazy work. Another thing that everyone knew was that if Foolio's killers were caught, the girl would be the first to fold. And it seems that the internet's predictions have been proven. The legal proceedings in the Foolio murder case have taken a dramatic turn with the state of Florida's choice to seek the death penalty for 3 of the suspects involved on October 7, 2024. Florida State Attorney Susan S. Lopez filed a motion in Hillsborough County Criminal Court announcing the state's intention to seek the death penalty against Isaiah Chance, Shagit, and Rashad Murphy. This ruling underscores the severity of the charges they face, which include first-degree murder, murder conspiracy, and attempted murder. Now here's where the case gets interesting. Curiously, Alicia Andrews, the only female suspect, is not included in the death sentence motion, although some are making the case that she didn't pull the trigger. Her boyfriend, Isaiah Chance, was with her the entire night and didn't pull any trigger but may face the death sentence, so it can only mean one thing: she may be cooperating with authorities. The absence of Andrews from the death sentence motion raises questions about her participation in the crime and the potential deals being made behind closed doors. It turns out that there are already people with insider information, and it seems Alicia is willing to help and has already asked for a speedy trial.
Girl isn't waiving her right to a speedy trial, and they believe she's gonna cooperate.
Alicia Andrews, who's the girl who's pregnant, she asked for a speedy trial, but the other 3 waived. I guess that means she's cooperating.
What many people may not know is that Alicia Andrews has been working from the first day she was put in cuffs.
Keep walking. Keep walking. Now turn around. Put your hand behind your back.
When this footage of her arrest emerged, the comment section went wild, predicting that she was about to snitch on everyone. That girl walked down so calmly and comfortably, it won't surprise me when she starts singing in the questioning room. One review read, "You know she's going to sing high notes higher than Mariah Carey's. She's going to give up the other 2. Bet your bottom dollar on it." Read another comment, and it seems they were right, because once Alicia Andrews was inside the questioning room, Alicia Keys had nothing on her. Things went south in the interrogation room after she made the first rookie mistake. She answered the cops' questions, according to police records. Alicia Andrews was shown surveillance footage during the interrogation, and she made the fatal mistake of identifying herself in all the video she was seen in. With this information, the prosecution can now show that she was in Tampa during the murder and was at similar locations as the murder victim. But Alicia Andrews didn't just snitch on herself. She roped her boyfriend into her mess. She also gave cops information about her boyfriend. According to police documents, she identified Isaiah Chance as the male driving the suspect car, the Silver Cruise, which was tracking the victim's movements. Alicia Andrews had just handed her boyfriend a life sentence by revealing that he was also hours away from home in a city where the murder victim also was, and admitted that he was driving one of the vehicles that were stalking the deceased rapper. But if you think that the snitching couldn't get any worse, Alicia told the cops that her boyfriend was using her phone to communicate with the other killers in the second vehicle. She had admitted to the cops that her boyfriend was planning the murder using her phone, and with her boyfriend being charged with first-degree murder, Alicia's evidence during interrogation means he is cooked. The surveillance video showed Gadi Z wearing a black hoodie with a distinctive red logo, making it easier for investigators to identify him later. The call detail records confirm that Andrew's phone constantly communicated with Gath's phone, showing a clear link between the two vehicles and their coordinated efforts. The silver Chevy Cruze and the black Chevy Impala that Foolio's killers used went to Truth 18 nightclub, where Foolio was set to make another appearance. Isaiah Chance and Andrews were caught on surveillance video pulling into the club's back parking lot. Chance was seen using Andrews' phone outside the vehicle, further solidifying their connection to the unfolding plot. However, police records reveal that Alicia denied any knowledge of the murder. But she's not a very good liar, as cops revealed that they caught her multiple times during the interrogation. One of the times she was caught lying was when she told cops that she and her boyfriend were at Teaser's Gentlemen's Club and Truth 18 nightclub because they were thinking of going to party inside. She even told cops that the couple went to the club to ask how much it was to get in. However, cops used security footage at the front of both clubs to prove that the two didn't walk up to the club entrances but stayed at the parking lot. But this isn't the worst information. Alicia Andrews told the cops she even went ahead and placed her and her boyfriend at the exact location of the crime scene after tracking Julio Foolio to multiple places. The suspects followed him in his entourage to the home's 2 bedrooms. The silver Chevy Cruze driven by Isaiah Chance and Alicia Andrews made 2 passes by the victims' parked cars before leaving the scene, signaling the black Chevy Impala driven by Sean Gathright and carrying Rashad Murphy and Davin Murphy to move in for the kill. Alicia Andrews admitted that she and her boyfriend were at the crime scene when the murder happened. However, she told cops that the couple was at the crime scene but were only lost and were using the parking lot to turn around, which simply sounds ridiculous. She told cops that they didn't know Fio was at the exact spot. Her latest appearance in court has everyone already worried. From nervously biting her nails and squirming, it's clear that Alicia Andrews is scared. Clearly, she wasn't cut out for this life and might actually cooperate. And it also seems her boyfriend is ready for her to snitch if it means she gets a lighter term. His court hearings show that he just doesn't care anymore. During one of the court sessions, he was seen bobbing his head to Young Nudi's Who I Smoke during a court hearing, which is the most famous diss track directed at Foolio.
During a court hearing this month, Isaiah Chance appeared to be nodding along to a video posted by his gang, aimed at disrespecting Julio Foolio's gang.
The rapper seems to have thrown all caution to the wind. Maybe he has figured that his goose is cooked because all their moves were caught on 4K. And one of the most incriminating pieces of evidence against him and Sean Geit was when they were caught on camera loading bags full of what prosecutors say were guns and ammunition. Interview 5. But dancing to Foolio's diss track isn't the only thing showing these killers have given up, because while in prison, Sean Geit tried to make a run for it in the most hilarious way. According to police records, Sean was placed in an interview room and tried to escape custody by climbing out through the ceiling. He climbed onto a table and tried to take the tiles from the room's ceiling, while Alicia Andrews, Isaiah Chance, and Shagait have all had their moments of madness. Davin Murphy and his cousin Rashad Murphy have also been in the news. But let's start with Foolio's killer, who has a terrifying criminal record and is still at large. Foolio's killer on the run on the night of Foolio's murder. Surveillance cameras captured a scene that would shock the town. Davin Murphy. A documented member of the 1200 gang was seen wearing an orange ski mask and shooting a rifle at Foolio's car from a distance. In the aftermath of the murder, law enforcement began an intensive investigation to bring those responsible to justice. 4 suspects were quickly apprehended, but Davin Murphy managed to avoid capture, becoming a fugitive on the run. His ability to stay at large for months has raised questions about his whereabouts and the extent of his network. Davin is thought to still be in the Jacksonville area. According to reports, there's a chance he has fled the area and even changed his appearance to avoid detection. The investigation has been a complex and difficult effort for authorities, with Davin's extensive criminal history, including charges of automobile theft, aggravated assault, and possession of a firearm by a convicted felon. He is no stranger to the legal system. His past encounters with law enforcement have only added to the urgency of the manhunt as officials work tirelessly to track him down. Davin is clearly not about to turn himself in and go back to jail because of his lengthy rap sheet that dates back almost 10 years, according to police records. Murphy was charged with car theft in 2015. The following year, he was charged with aggravated assault with a deadly weapon and spent 7 months behind bars. In 2017, he was arrested after leading police on a high-speed chase. He spent 4 months behind bars in that episode. In 2019, he was again arrested, this time for possession of a firearm by a convicted felon, but was released after 6 months. And apart from being caught on camera during Foolio's murder, Davin was recorded by an Airbnb Ring camera at the house the killers had rented for the weekend. Davin Murphy was caught on camera carrying a bag to the parking lot. Although he did not originally exit through the front door, he returned through it, passing the Ring camera. The Airbnb owner later confirmed that there was a back door with no camera, which Davin likely used to escape detection. Isaiah Chance and Shagit were also seen passing the Ring camera multiple times, their moves secretly recorded while at the house. Isaiah Chance took to Instagram to celebrate with an ominous message saying, "Now everybody can move on with life and focus on getting a job, going back to school, and being a full-time mom. 100% full-time college student, the war over with entertainment." Dead, Davin's cousin Rashad Murphy also used his phone while at the Airbnb. Police records also show that Rashad Murphy used Gath's phone to send 2 separate disturbing text messages praising Foolio's death. The first one read, "I'm coming home. My thirst is filled. Pop a bottle of Don Julio today. Murphy." While the second message read, "I'm coming home. My thirst is filled. I love you, Murphy." It turns out that for Rashad and Davin Murphy, their participation in Foolio's murder was personal. Someone from Foolio's crew shot and killed Rashad's little brother. This was none other than Kenny Y. Capps. Spaz, who was shot and killed in August 2018, was Rashad's little brother and Davin's cousin, whose memory was often insulted by Foolio and Song. Tensions began to rise in the stands during a game at the William Marion Rain Senior High School football field in Jacksonville, Florida, in August 2018. Several fights broke out among the onlookers, causing a commotion that drew the attention of school police officers. Among those involved in the altercations was 19-year-old Joe Rod Adams, alias Spaz, who, like his brother and cousin, claimed 1,200 Spaz, was removed from the stadium by school cops due to his participation in the fights as the game ended around 10 p.m. The crowd began to disperse. Among them was Spaz, joined by a 17-year-old boy and a 16-year-old girl. As they walked along a path from the stadium, someone started letting off shots as people scrambled for cover in the chaos. Spaz was shot and killed. The 17-year-old boy and the 16-year-old girl with him were also hit and were quickly taken to a nearby hospital for their injuries. Just days after the killing, the Jacksonville Sheriff's Office made a breakthrough. They arrested a 16-year-old suspect on charges of murder and attempted murder. The 16-year-old suspect was named as Robert Howard alias Kenny Hats. Kenny was originally arrested for second-degree murder in the death of Spaz and 2 counts of attempted murder for the injuries inflicted on the other victims. The case against Kenny, a member of KTA or 6 Block, started falling apart as it went forward. The prosecution faced significant challenges despite the presence of approximately 200 people in the area of the shooting. Finding cooperative witnesses proved difficult. Many were hesitant to come forward, and some who initially gave statements later recanted their testimonies. One key witness who had initially identified Kenny as the SHO later recanted her eyewitness testimony and was arrested for perjury. Another victim who had been wounded in the shooting also recanted his statement and refused to cooperate with the authorities, with the evidence weakened by recanted testimonies and uncooperative witnesses. The charges against Kenny were reduced. The state attorney's office changed the charges against him to manslaughter and aggravated battery. Faced with the new charges, Kenny pleaded guilty. He was sentenced to 5 years with credit for 3 and 2 years already served in jail. In addition to the jail term, he got 10 years of probation, And Foolio couldn't let the murdered relative rest in peace because he decided to do something wild and disrespectful. The rapper Foolio took his disrespect to a whole new level. It's claimed that he was the one who went to Spaz's grave and pissed on it, and now Spaz's brother Rashad is behind bars for his involvement in Foolio's death, and his arrest was the most dramatic. A day after the first 3 suspects were nabbed, SWAT units were deployed to the Collins Preserve apartments. Reports showed that Rashad Murphy had barricaded himself inside the house with a gun to his head on FaceTime with his girl, and was refusing to surrender after a tense battle. Rashad Murphy surrendered just after midnight, ending the dramatic raid.
Keep crawling! Hello towards me.
With 4 of Foolio's killers behind bars and 1 on the run, it seems the cops might not be done, and the internet is speculating that one popular rapper who was Foolio's top op could be next. According to the internet, this rapper has snitched on himself on several occasions, and his mocking of Foolio's death shows that he had something to do with the rapper's death. Young Ace's role in Foolio's death.
Well, Young and Ace has long been known in Jacksonville. We are consistently monitoring those groups. We have people that are always watching them. We don't have an investigation on him right now, but he can't move around in Jacksonville without us knowing about it.
Although cops have revealed that they aren't investigating Ace for Foolio's murder, the internet has revealed proof showing that Ace is making blunders and incriminating himself. And even Foolio's mom thinks that there's more arrests on the way.
Do you believe more people will be arrested for what happened to your son?
Yeah.
So more than the 5 that are on the screen right now?
According to Foolio's mom, who has been working closely with the cops, it was a paid hit, meaning it's only a matter of time before someone starts talking and the money is tracked back to its source.
Do you think it was a paid hit?
I do.
I do. Ace seemed to confirm that it was a paid hit during an interview on a YouTube show.
What's the last thing you invested in?
But that's not even the craziest thing, because it seems Ace knew that Foolio was going to be murked hours before the hit took place. The rapper took to social media, where he shared a now-deleted tweet that seemed to confirm that he knew what was about to go down in Tampa. That day he came in post-ray. How did he know that Foolio was going to get killed enjoying his birthday? Was it a coincidence? But that wasn't the only accident. Turns out that the killers were trying to get someone in Foolio's camp to drop his location after 4 guys were arrested for Foolio's murder. Police reports showed that the killers used a female to get one of Foolio's friends to drop his position. What's funny is that after Foolio's murder, Ace went on DJ Academic's stage, where he talked about women backdooring gang members.
Tell my dogs, stay away from all them hoes. But they'll drop your low, the niggas you don't. But I don't think nobody set you up. I know for a fact somebody set you up.
What's crazy is that Foolio's mom, who's being kept in the loop by cops in her first interview, hinted at the same thing. Women being used to set people up.
Thinking these girls, your friends and all that type of stuff, they try to set you up.
But talking about girls and gang members being betrayed by women wasn't the only thing that Ace shared during the interview with Academics. He was straight up trolling Foolio. At one point, he even admitted that he and Foolio used to be in each other's DMs.
I mean, we done DM each other before.
What would y'all DM each other?
Just be like, hey, bro, you good?
Oh, yeah, so check money.
The teasing didn't end there. At one point, Ace tried to joke that Foolio was still alive because he used voodoo.
I don't think he did.
What you mean you don't think he did?
Yeah, he still commented and posted. I don't know if he dead or not.
He commented and posted something to you, but I think it's somebody running his account.
It could be him. No, they do voodoo and shit. Oh, he probably still here. That motherfucker might pop through the door right now.
It's almost disturbing how much he's enjoying and relishing Foolio's death in the chat with DJ Academics. Ace was asked about his thoughts when he found out that Foolio had been killed.
Foolio from Jacksonville, someone that you know, he lost his life. Where were you when you found out about it?
Everyone could see that he was trolling his dead eye.
I was in the bed crying and shit like, damn, he's out here. Shit crazy.
You shed a tear?
Multiple. It's like, damn, like so short. It's like.
And one person who did the same thing was King Vow when FBG Duck was murked. V hopped on to X, saying that the two had squashed their beef behind the scenes. Me and Duck settled our issues right before he passed. We were talking about bringing everybody together as a whole and changing the neighborhood for the better. I'm still standing on that. Go. Every step of the way I'm going to be thinking of you even though you dissed my dead homies and family. Vaughn posted he even teased dropping unreleased music he had recorded with Duck King. Vaughn featured FBG Duck. I was going to hold this to my record, but if Mother wants it, I'm going to drop that BCH today, or hold it and put Dirk on it too. But it was later revealed that V had actually placed a $100,000 bounty on Duck's head. Academics even straight. Up asked Ace whether he had murked Foolio or even ordered the hit.
People feel like I'm behind a lot. Well, I'm not. I'm not behind. I'm working. I'm grinding every day. I'm grinding. I got a family. I'm working.
Even his fans couldn't help but ask him about Foolio's death.
What you think about Foolio dying, cuz?
The rapper stated that he and Foolio were homies and that he had even tried to advise him to get out of the streets.
That shit sad. Twin, I ain't gonna lie, bro. Y'all boys in the street, y'all didn't leave the streets alone, twin. All condone and shit like that. But it's so funny cause me, bro, like we cool, like we was coolin' when I was just talking to them. I'm like, bro, you gotta stop the way, bro. You know, the love y'all here. Wait, real shit. Like, you know, I with your real shit. Stop.
Despite all the proof pointing to Ace being involved, some people, like 1090J, don't think he was involved in Foolio's murder, especially after he dropped 2 Fio diss tracks days after his op was killed.
When I seen Young and Ace drop immediately after Foolio got killed, that kind of told me he don't got shit to do with it.
Did Ace play any part in the murder, or is the internet trying to reap as we wait for the cases to start and the truth to come out?